In this video, we're going to talk about how to organize your Call on the Go account and think strategically about making your sales and best practices. So as you see in the background, the first video we talked about the two critical pieces, the mobile app that's actually streaming on my phone. And then in the background, you see the dashboard. So here's the URL. You could log into your web dashboard from any computer, any tablet, but don't log in from a mobile device. It's not meant for a mobile device. All right, let's just go ahead and log in. In your case, you're going to use your company email and password that's been given to you. Whoops, I got to remember to click the terms of use, which basically says all the leads data is your property. It's secret, it's secure. You have nothing to worry about there. And this is your web dashboard. Now, we have sales people all over the planet using Call on the Go every day. And the one thing they all have in common is everyone has a sales cycle, like different stages in your sales cycle. Whether they want to recognize it or admit it, it's just a fact. Some have 3 stages, some have 2 stages, some it's really just one stage in their sales cycle. Anyway, in your case, we really want those stages to represent what you have in Salesforce. So it's good to mirror both of those. Now, the other thing that gets tricky is just the terminology. So some can call these groups or campaigns or stages. Whatever you're used to in your organization, let's just kind of stick with that nomenclature. But with Call on the Go, we have one category called all contacts, and that's just a placeholder. That's just an all-inclusive group that you really don't have to worry about. Now, for demo purposes, I created stage 0, 1, 2, and 3, just to keep things simple and give a little demo. Now, you can organize your account however you like. We could just go ahead and delete this list. See how easy that is? So here's all our different lists. That's another name, is just calling these lists, but sometimes we call them groups or stages. It's all the same thing. Easy to get confused though. Now let's say you want to add a special edge case category outside of your sales cycle. So you have stage 1, 2, and 3, but let's say it's a edge case where they actually want to be called back at a special date and time. You could drop them into this group. Let's say they were already roofed or they're on the DNC. Whatever it may be, you could disposition both on the web app and the mobile app. We'll get into that in a video later on, but in this video I just want to go over organizing. So let's just show you how to create a brand new list. So you give it a name and a long description. I always encourage people to use very detailed long names rather than a super vague phrase or name where, you know, in 2 months you're going to forget where that list of leads came from and what's going on. So it's just really good to put a long description in here, and that's it. Okay, let's summarize what we learned in this video about organizing. So the naming, we call them lists, but they should represent the stages in your sales cycle. And let's just go ahead and call this exactly what you would call these inside Salesforce. So we'll just stick to that. The database is identical for mobile and the web dashboard. So you could see all your lists that you've created here, and actually on the go inside your mobile phone, you can edit contacts, edit notes, and this position, and do all kinds of great things. So if you're outside the office, you could use the mobile dialer. If you're inside the office, if you're more comfortable on web, it's totally up to you. So you have all that flexibility. So we learned how to delete a list, create a new list, the best practices and strategy, just organizing your lists according to the stages in your sales cycle, and that's it. Let's move on to the next video.